Like Chris did like a bloody double McTwisty flip. I did a back
Double
flip.
McTwisty.
And we're like, Ryan, shark. And he's like, swims in.
And we are live, everybody. Episode 22. That's my number.
Is it?
Is it actually 22?
It's my number.
You're kidding.
I
It's my
swear.
lucky number. It's my date of birth number.
Mate, is
22.
it?
That's me. I'm excited for
22.
If
this.
it's 23, I'm going to piss myself.
Nah, it's not,
Oh my
no,
gosh.
no.
What?
22. You know the song by Taylor Swift?
Yes.
That leads me into the today. Well, I was today years old when I found out.
Straight into it. Get into it.
Oh my
Let's go.
gosh.
Yeah.
No, that is a perfect lead on,
Perfect.
guys, because
There we go.
here's my fact of the day. All right?
Hit us.
Taylor
Yes.
Swift hired out the whole qualia at Hamilton Island Resort.
Yes, she
The
did.
whole qualia.
The whole qualia.
Like the
Okay.
the
So,
most
if
high-end
you guys
Yeah, I
have
was
ever
gonna say the
been
rich
to,
place.
Yeah.
or if you haven't been to Hamilton Island, it is an island up at the Whitsundays.
Ellie
The
Beach.
biggest island up at the Whitsundays. Just off Ellie Beach, as Jared just said. And they have a resort there called Qualia. It is an adult-only resort. It is one of the
Prestige.
very few 6-star
Star.
resorts in the world.
Yep.
The thing is, as well, Oprah has stayed there, yeah?
Yeah,
Oprah,
yeah. When
bunch
she
of
did her
celebrities.
Australian
Yeah, bunch
tour
of
kind of thing.
Oprah, the Hemsworths,
Yep.
Taylor Swift,
Taylor Swift and Ed
many
Sheeran.
more.
Ed
So
Sheeran.
for her, I think it's 26th birthday, she hired out, and it was the end of her tour. She did an Australian tour.
Yep.
Or like I think 8 months long tour.
Oh, yeah.
Around like on Australia and around the world, and I think she finished in Australia, and then when she was done for her 26th birthday, which is the 13th of December. Correct me if I'm
This
wrong,
guy.
Taylor Swift
Yeah.
fans.
There we go.
They're going to be in like the comments, going to be like, damn, you mother got it bloody wrong, stupid Dylan.
Well, yeah, if I'm
the
wrong, I do
13th of
apologise to what are the Taylor Swift fans called? Do they have a name?
Swifties.
Swifties. Oh, I apologise, Swifties. Is that actually it?
Sounds good enough. The Swiftinators.
Swiftinators. I think Swifties is
Rick and Morty.
no. I think that's pretty good.
Oh,
I think that's
okay.
pretty
All
accurate.
right.
Where'd you get
We'll
Rick
keep
and
it
Morty from?
Trying to get Swifty.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Swifty with him.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway, she hired out the whole 6-star resort, and
Like the whole, like, did she like give it to like her friends and
so
family?
she had like 125 people with her.
God
So
damn.
Yeah.
So, and she did like a live concert and invited 100 like Australian fans to go see it, just a private concert.
Yeah,
That'd be
right.
pretty
100 people.
That'd be pretty special.
And I think
eh?
that place
Crazy.
a night is a couple $1,000s a night
Oh,
just to
yeah.
stay there in one of the places in Qualia.
Oh, not the cheapest one.
Not the
The
cheapest?
cheapest one's like, I think they start at $500 to $700 a night.
Damn.
Yeah.
And also, I know Zac Efron also hired out a place there for $7,000 a night. He hired
Yeah.
the most expensive place, and I think it's $7,000.
That is just a balling move,
That's
hey.
nothing for Zachy boy.
Andrew Tate come around and be like, he'd just rock up in his Lamborghini, be driving around with all the golf
The
carts.
Bugatti, man.
Well, he
That's what I
wouldn't
mean,
because
sorry.
he's currently behind bars.
Well,
So
fingers crossed he gets out, huh?
yeah,
Mate, that's a crazy scenario.
that
He's
is-
still in there, like
Everything that he's talked about has actually happened. Like about his situation that he got into because he said they're going to try get me for everything and anything they can.
anything possible. And then
Why will-
they couldn't get him for like the human trafficking, so then they like
Before-
No, they're still trying to get him for that.
I know.
Before
Yeah.
we go any further on this specific subject on Andrew Tate,
Yeah.
anyone that is listening that hasn't like listened to him in any long form content before,
Yes.
Please
the
do.
whole podcast,
Do.
I cannot recommend enough the PDP the PBD podcast.
Yeah.
Have you heard him?
I haven't.
Someone, okay, very famous American. I think he's like, he's Spanish or something, but he's got a very big podcast. He's a very wealthy man, made a lot of money, and Andrew Tate went on this podcast with him back last year. I think September, October time.
Yeah.
And he did, it's 4.5 hours or something like that, close to 5 hours long. Okay. But if you have never listened to Andrew Tate in long form podcasting or any sort of long form content, then I will not ever listen to anything you have to say about him until you watch that podcast. I do not agree with obviously every single
Yeah,
little
yeah,
thing that he says, but he is a very, very, very smart and intelligent man.
Absolutely.
I encourage you to listen to that podcast, then come speak to me, and anything you have to say from then we can talk about.
Mate, the thing is like you saw like Piers Morgan when he got him on like his show and then was like trying to like set him up and do things. Anyways,
Did you see
Piers
the second
Morgan
one?
got him back on.
Yeah,
on the,
he liked him now.
and then likes him, and then like after then like he's open up and goes like I agree with what you're saying, like all this stuff, like agreeing with him.
They played chess together.
Played
and
chess,
everything.
like did all this stuff, and like Piers Morgan obviously now has an open mind to obviously his situation.
Yeah.
But the thing is as well, I was watching another podcast where it was like, you know, why do they think I'm a bad guy, like Andrew Tate speaking, when there is other things out there that are in the youth and they think that, you know, he's a bad influence on young men. It's like you've got Lil Nas X, you know, twerking on the devil.
Yep.
You got Cardi B like talking about sucking cock and doing twerking and getting her pussy lips on her, everyone. Like it's like what is that for like, you know, younger generations? Whereas Andrew Tate's like saying, you know, you want men to stand up for themselves. You want them to, you know, be rich. You want them to look after
high value males.
Like that's the thing. And it's like, yes, you like I won't agree with some of the stuff he says, but most of the stuff he says you can agree with. Like,
I highly encourage everyone, and I cannot recommend it enough. And get your notepads out as well, because it is a very, very informative podcast on how to make wealth, how to have the right attitudes of life. But yes, again, the PBD podcast.
it's all right. I'm just getting a call. It's all right. Chill out.
Getting a call.
Yeah, and like
Didn't put his phone on.
when you listen to just social media platforms such as TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, where they have the 1 minute videos, and it's chopped up, like videos of 1, 2, 3 hour formats.
Yeah, no context.
Perfect.
I understand why you hate him, because it paints him in a bad light.
Honestly,
if
like,
you watch the full footage of any interview he does, you'll understand him and what he talks about. And yes, he says things that aren't right sometimes. That's just what happens.
You can never say anything right these days.
No one's perfect.
No one's perfect.
Yeah.
You can't say, but like the thing is, because he is so like powerful, you saw like people in Europe at the moment, they're cheap. Like they were like all these men got into it, maybe some women too, I don't know. But they all were like
protesting,
and like free top G.
That was
like,
in Romania.
Romania, there you go. So you know they're like they're saying that stuff. They're like free him, you know, like.
And they were going past the jail playing the top G anthem.
The bloody do you know being do you
like past the jail that he was in.
But the thing is as well, like they were like, oh, you know, they've ceased all these, you know, luxury cars and everything, and then someone posted, and was like, why is his Lamborghini sitting at my house or his Bugatti sitting at my house if they've...
Oh, do you know what I heard as well? I've never heard this on the radio yesterday on the way to the gym.
On the radio?
Triple J, like well-known social media influencer Andrew Tate has been locked up for human trafficking. He is a well-known misogynist. Like they were just, it's just
mate,
typical media stuff.
The media just...
I heard this on Triple J yesterday, driving to the gym. And I was shaking my head.
Bro.
Just listen to every word that they describe.
Honestly,
about him,
it is seriously, and he does talk about it.
It's
and
a
he
government
says
stunt.
The Matrix.
Yeah.
Okay. And obviously, every time the word The Matrix comes out, people automatically think of the Keanu Reeves movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
But the way he says it is, and he explains it perfectly on this podcast, he also gets the chance to defend himself on every single little short form slip up that anyone has seen, such as everyone would have heard the one how he says, I would never revive my brother because that's just gay. You know that one? So he says something along those lines of, I'm not exactly quoting it, but yeah, something like that. But he said, if you were to listen to the whole long form content that we spoke in, when someone clipped that video, it was well out of context. It was also a complete joke.
Yep.
And because he does joke.
Mate, you see like the video of him like laughing, like, you know, there's bloody Tristan out the back on the boat having a cigar. Then there's Andrew Tate and then some Australian guy.
Yeah.
And then Tristan tackles the Australian guy into the water. And then like Andrew Tate does like a front flip and you can see he's like happy, like he's laughing and
when you escape the Matrix.
Woo! Yeah, welcome to the real world. But that's the thing, like, and everything you said about the Matrix and this is what they're gonna do to me. They try and ban you, then they'll try and send you to prison. If they can't send you to prison, they kill you.
Yeah.
So he's been banned. He's now in prison.
What's next?
For things that, then he went to the hospital. Don't know what for, but they've put him.
It was a minor thing that got spread as cancer, but it was a minor thing in his lungs.
But the thing is, like,
not
media just puts out what people want you to hear.
Anyway, let's get away from that and let's go back to my
Taylor
fun
Swift.
fact. Oh. Yes. So recently this weekend, I was back on Hamilton Island, my stomping ground lately.
Stomping ground.
Yes, it has been lately.
My stomping ground.
And we went back just for the weekend to hang out with me and my dad, and then like one of my mates like his dad and him and his brother and that. So it was the 5 of us, right? We went back and got like we were just staying, like we had one room at the Reef View and then the others were staying on the boat and that. And oh my gosh, we did some sick things, all right? So big weekend, obviously. The whole time we were there, it was large. Anyway, we got there and we went to the yacht club the first night. Oh, actually, before we got there, landed, had a few beers on the plane and that. Landed, me and Bryce went to go check in, all right? And then, like, we had a few beers on the boat and then we're like, we better go check in. It's like 3, 4 o'clock, get our room and that. As we're walking over with a beer in hand, just walking through the street, like, you can just tell, like, no one walks around with a beer on the street, but you just do it on Hamo. Anyway, get there, check in, go back, and then on our way back, we stopped at the bar downstairs, had an espresso martini, and then got a bloody White Claw for the road, and then walked to the pool, got a Weast bar.
The Weast bar
at the bar.
Bussin'.
Yeah, but what more important question, what type of Weast bar? Which one was it?
No, it was just called the Weast bar.
They're like mango.
That's the Weast bar cocktail.
Isn't there like a cocktail?
Yeah, it's like a Weast bar mango cocktail.
What? I've never had that. I thought it was just like the ice cream.
No.
Yeah, they do.
Maybe I didn't say cocktail.
They have
a Weast bar cocktail. My bad.
Oh, bro, unreal.
Yeah, got a Weast bar cocktail at the pool.
Yeah.
And then, we were just stopping at every bar on the way back to the boat. Got back to the boat, almost got to the boat, and the parents called up and go, can you grab us some beers? Say less.
No
grab
dramas.
a carton of beers and finish another half a dozen beers at the boat. And then we were stopping at every bar on the way to the pub. Stopped at the pub, had a few beers. Saw I Show Speed on the TV.
Mate, that
in
is
the bar.
Unreal. That is
at the
so
Hamilton
funny.
Island pub.
That is
what is that?
That is random.
Mate, that's
Twitch
crazy,
streamer
hey.
there.
Honestly, it's just where, like, everything's going, the internet and, like, the hype of creators these days.
Yeah.
It's just crazy that it's on the TV at the pub.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I love it.
Even like you said before, you told us before that Logan Paul and KSI are coming here to release
in February.
They're releasing Prime in the biggest retailer in Australia.
Honestly, guys, if this video gets, let's be real, 20 likes.
20? Let's be real. 10 likes.
10 likes.
If this video gets 10 likes, we'll reach out to KSI and Logan Paul and try and get him on the podcast.
Yeah, that won't happen, but that's all right. We'll try.
We'll try.
You never know. You actually never know.
They might be like, these guys are legit.
You never know.
They would have to bring
It's
all
not
their
impossible.
gear.
I want to fight both of them.
It's very impossible.
Get George and Mike Malak up in here.
It's impossible.
I did. They said, they actually put a thing out on Twitter saying, any Australian creators we can match up with, and I commented 333 podcast. Send it to you boys, and you're like, yeah,
we're like, the boys are on. The boys are on.
The boys are on. So the chance may be there. They maybe saw my tweet.
It's like a 0.0001%, but every chance counts.
Yeah.
Mate, if that is it,
mate, we make like DJ Khaled every chance I get.
I'm gonna be in my Rolls Royce with the roof down, being like DJ Khaled, hanging out the roof.
Are you standing on the back like buddy Hasbulla?
God did.
God did. Oh yeah. Anyway, and then we went to the yacht. Ended up at the yacht club, right before dinner.
Yeah.
All right. Stopped at the Manor Age on the way past actually, and Chloe got us in a bit earlier. Cheers, Chloe.
Shout out Chloe.
Anyway, went to the yacht club. You know the yacht club on the end at the Bommies, right? And you know how it's got all the big railing and that at the front. So we're having a few cocktails, sinking them down. All right, it's dark. It's like 8 o'clock by this point. All right, and we got dinner. We got dinner at like 8:30 or something.
Why did you check your watch then?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why I just checked my watch. Anyway, So we're at the yacht club having their drinks, having their cocktails, and like we walk out on that big balcony that like hangs over the water and that, and we're just looking around, and Dad goes, "Oh, we should jump." And we're like, "Haha, yeah, okay."
From where? The bloody...
Yeah, the yacht
the
club.
Manta Ray at the yacht club, yeah.
At the villa thing. The bombies. So, you know where the big mast is?
Like I said, Dave King.
So, Dad jumped. And it's pitch black, mate. It's pitch black.
Could you imagine just watching your dad just go...
Seriously, just jumped. And I'm like, shit. I'm sitting there with Bryce, and Bryce is like, shit, why did he just jump? What is he doing?
Bryce screwed himself.
I was like, oh, is he all right? Yeah, he's all right. So he didn't hit the bottom, but you couldn't even see, like, there was rocks behind, obviously.
Dude, that is unreal.
He just jumped, mate, just full jump, right? Yeah. And then I'm like, shit, I'm going to have to jump now. Like, I'm his son. Like, you know, I can't let my old man beat me, you know? Can't. So I'm standing on the edge of the rail, got my shirt off, and one of the workers comes up.
Oh, no.
Me and Bryce are standing there. All my clothes are on the ground. Bryce is like holding my shirt and that, and I'm on the other side of the railing, standing on the ledge, right? And one of the staff, he's come up and he's like, "Oh, are you guys all right?" And I'm sitting there going, I'm like, "Yeah, my dad just jumped, so now I got it." And then I'm like, whoop, and just jumped off. Whoop. And Bryce is like, "Yeah," I just hear him in the background, mate. If anyone has seen that jump, it's like 10, 12 meter jump.
It's like right at the bloody, yeah, I know where it is.
Yeah, it's a big drop. So I like jumped and like, cause I don't know how deep it was. You would have
bloody hope it was high tide. You would have wanted to check the tide.
It wasn't.
Was it in the channel or the ocean side?
The ocean.
I was going to say it would have been the ocean side,
wasn't
surely.
High tide.
Yeah, it's shallow there.
So I jumped and I went to do like a shallow dive. So like I'm sitting in like a seated position trying to like getting ready to like spread when I land. All right. I've rotated and I'm still going. I'm rotated. Like, holy shit. Like it's much further than I thought it was. And like pitch black, so you can't tell how actually like long the jump is. I love how
you've done this at night too.
Mate. At 8 o'clock at night, and there's people like all at the bombies like watching us. We're full just jumping off at the yacht club. Like everyone's in like full nice attire. One we were already in thongs, board shorts, and no bloody jocks on, and I'm like in my t-shirt and that, and like you already didn't fit in.
Did you have dinner yet? Or was
no, we didn't have dinner yet.
Unreal.
We were about to just go to dinner, and then anyway, jumped in and then got out, and then put my stuff on and went to dinner like. Saturated, wet anyway, but yeah, and had a few more drinks at dinner. But
it's classic.
Oh my gosh,
bro! I can so see your dad doing that too, like absolute legend.
Yeah, that is unreal. Went back there the next night as well when we went back for drinks, and we're like, oh, let's just go have a look at it now that like it's daytime. This time we can see it. There's a pylon straight underneath it, and that you can see these like big vines are coming out of the water. You can see the bottom. I'm like, how did I not touch the bottom?
So when you jumped in, did you swim back into the wharf?
No. No, wait. That's too far. No, I just swam back and we climbed up the rocks.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
right.
But yeah, look, it was like, and like night time, like pretty sketchy, but like.
That's why I'm like, with Sundays.
Nothing sketchy after a couple of drinks.
Yeah,
have a couple of drinks.
We were.
It's like when you jump in the bloody canal here.
Pissed.
It's like 1 in the morning and everyone's like, man, want to go for a swim in the canal?
Oh my gosh, like Brian.
Oh, bro, how funny was that? Oh, my God.
So one of my mates, right,
didn't want to jump.
I put him on the kayak, right, the full paddle kayak, the first time he's ever been on one. And he was coming back in, all wobbly and all that. He's coming back in to get out. And I dove in and pushed him off. He ditched the paddle, ditched the kayak, and was full swimming back.
Do you remember when we were here
funny. I'm like, Brian, get the kayak and it's floating away into the paddle. He's left it all out there.
Do you remember when we were here?
Go back and get it. He's like, no.
We're having drinks here, and we're like, let's, we jumped off the edge of the boat, like the front of it. Like Chris did like a bloody double McTwisty flip. I did a backflip.
Double McTwisty.
and then bloody you've just jumped in like, all right, Brian, let's go. And like Chris was up there holding him.
Oh, yes.
And Chris goes, all right, 1, 2, 3. And Brian, he just pushes Brian in. And Chris is stepping in. And we're like, Brian, shark. And he's like, swims in, gets
honestly,
on the dock.
Brian was like bloody Scooby-Doo, He's like running on water. Yeah.
Love Brian a bit. Dude, but he needs a bit of that. He needs a bit of.
He does. Some people need it.
That was classic.
That's how you grow, mate.
He loved it though. He goes, when the boys build up that back up.
Yeah.
Oh, so funny. Yeah, that was that, buddy. Yeah, Hamo's unreal. Went to that Sporties at the staff bar and that.
Yeah, got kicked out.
So the first night, we got kicked out first night. We were up there for a while though, like me and Thomas, mate. And we were up there for a while with these other people, and they let us in the back entrance. We saw someone we knew, so they're like, "Oh, yeah, we'll just let you in the back entrance." So like, easy as. Let us in the back entrance. We were there for a while, got a few drinks and that, and then where we got unlucky, the chick who was like the supervisor at the pub was at the pub earlier, and then she obviously knocked off when the pub closed at like 11, 12 o'clock or something, and then come up to the Sporties to work. She's seen us, and I'm like sitting in the corner like, shit, got my hat down. I'm like, Thomas.
The brightest hat in the world.
The same, my purple hat.
Still got it on tape, strapped to the bloody front of it.
Look, it broke.
Oh, that's collapsed.
Finally, the last episode, you're like, yeah, it's close to breaking.
It did break. It did break.
Hamilton Island.
It's white tape, mate. Tape. Sorry, you can't really tell.
No.
I was glad I had white tape.
I didn't know until you pointed it out just then.
There you go.
I went down to tape it up, and like, I was like, oh, I'm going to have to use black tape. It's going to stand out like dog's balls. But I found some white tape, so I'm good. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, this chick come over, and she's like, oh, can I see your staff IDs? And I'm like, Thomas is like, oh, no, we left it in the room. And I'm like, oh, no, I've never needed a staff ID. And she's like, what do you mean? And I was like, oh, I'm the skipper on one of the boats here. Like, I'd never been coming here for ages, like years and that. And
confidence.
Like, just never needed the staff ID. And she's like, oh, okay. And then, but Thomas had already said his, so he got like stitched up, and she's like, oh, you got to go. And she's like to me, she's like, are you with him? And yeah, she kicked us both out anyway. But we went back the next night, and we were all good.
Karen wasn't there, so it's
that was
good.
different. But the same. The thing is, like, we went to the pub before we went back the second night as well, and the security guard there, I was talking to him, and then went back to the Sporties, and it was the same security guard, and I was like, oh no, I'm gonna get stitched up again. And then he asked me the same question. I went with that. He's like, oh no, that's okay, that's cool.
It wasn't that guy that was.
That is a good answer.
It wasn't that guy that was there like a few weeks ago when we were there, was it? Do you remember that guy who was just? I had like 2 buttons undone, and he was like,
No. It was a cool dude. No.
Yeah, okay.
No, it wasn't that dude, because that dude just looked like he was mad because he couldn't party or get pussy.
Oh, exactly. Oh. Man, there's some blokes just like that, and they just get mad and furious about everything.
Oh, well, mate, I would be too if my willy didn't get wet.
Oh, shit.
God damn.
Bruh.
Yeah, anyway.
Moving on.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice. Great.
Oh, and we saw one of our friends there who was working there. And so she was like one of my sister's friends from like ages back, and she was mates with her for ages. And then so we were there, and we saw her at the bar, and she'd been there for like a week or something. She was already ready to leave. And one night after me and Bryce left that Sporties at, I don't know what time it was. I keep going to look at my watch. Oh my gosh, I don't know why.
It's like 20 past 5. Yeah,
It'll be a rollie one day.
Oh yeah, it's a Garmin. It's a $300 Garmin. I got a bit of upgrading to do. Yeah. A few more views. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. Get me a rollie.
Post notifications. Hit that button below.
Rate 5 stars. Thanks, guys. Much appreciated.
Tweet Logan Paul in case.
Anyway, one night when we were leaving that Sporties, we drove past, and we were walking home, and we saw her, and we're like, we were going to the pool. We were heading over to the resort pool. It was like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock or something. And like, we'll go for a swim at the pool. And we saw her. We're like, oi, can you drop us to the pool? She's in like the full staff buggy. But I
remember getting that video. Yeah, it was classic.
And we're like, oi, can you drop us at the pool? And she's like, yeah, okay. Drives us, and this one of the beach club, I think the beach club vans, the Volkswagen vans, was driving in behind us, and then like, I don't know, like I was videoing, so she saw the light probably, and like following us the whole way. We drove into the resort and dropped us off at the front, and they full drove in behind us, and like this chick went to get out from behind us. Me and Bryce like legged it into the pool, and she was talking to her. I don't know if she got in trouble. We may have accidentally got her in trouble. I'm sorry if we did, but anyway. And then security pulls up. All right, ready. Me and Bryce are like going through the pool area and all that. And then security pulls up, and oh my gosh.
So what happened? What?
Oh my gosh. So, okay, security were like running after us. Me and Bryce were like legging it like half in the pool, and then we jumped out. And then we're like legging it down the back past the cocktail bar, jumped the fence over the back into that playground. You know, the playground at the back.
Yep.
Mate, security were full chasing after us.
Why?
Because we were in the pool. The pool closes at like 8, and they saw us. They saw her drop us off, and that Qualia or whatever the beach club
you went
van.
into, is it in Qualia?
No.
I was going to say,
main pool.
The beach club, they have those Volkswagen vans.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know what they are. Targos or something.
Yeah.
What are they called?
The Volkswagen.
Multivan.
Yeah.
That's one. And anyway, they must have called the security because they must have seen us. I don't know when they dropped us off. They must have been close, eh?
No, because the video you sent me, it was like her driving, and then like there was like a van. Like
that's the van.
Yeah. So it was like right behind you.
See, they pulled out after us at the marina. They followed us the whole way from the marina.
Yeah, wow.
Over to the other side.
We got I sat in the front of the buggy with your shirt off, and did you have your shirt off as well?
Yeah, we didn't have shirts on.
Chris and I got dropped somewhere from some staff people.
Did we?
Yeah, I remember that. You're like, oh, what's your name? And I'm like sitting in the back. You're like getting your tune on. You're like, oh yeah, that's cool. She's like some blonde chick, and I'm like, yeah, we should go in the pub or something.
Must have been clapped.
Yeah, pretty much every bloody day. Mate, it's such a funny video. So I've got video of Chris. We're in the bloody in the room that we're staying at, and his mum's like doing something in the kitchen, and Chris is taking his shirt off, waving it around like this to the music, and his mum's looking at him going, and then Chris turns around and goes, and spits all his drink out.
Such a mid video.
Such a good video. Oh, I was dying. I was like, what? As if. It was just so stupid. So shit. We were making, man, those mango daiquiris.
The ones that I was making it. When we went as well.
Okay.
Oh, you had them
cocktails.
there. Yeah. Oh, bro, how nice.
So the Weiss ice cream, mango juice, and then like
mango
vodka
juice
or whatever it was. It was like tropical juice.
Yeah, wasn't it Bundaberg stuff?
Yeah, we didn't have that.
Oh, mango juice.
Okay, yeah,
true.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I don't know.
But when we went, we had the mango rum, and it was
man,
so good.
I was telling kind of like someone like in the car like 2 nights ago, last night, about some of the story, like what we used to get up to, like before I met her, and just like doing this. Remember the bloody yeehaw moment?
Oh my god,
that was
what's the yeehaw moment?
So like when like Chris and I were like when we're like, she used to like drive around. We used to kind of be like just a bunch of dickheads.
I think Tamas was in the car.
Yeah,
at this point.
I think we're coming back from like your mates. I think it was like someone's birthday.
Yeah,
and we're going back to like a mate's house, and Chris is just driving, and we're like chilling, we're listening to music, and there's this guy. Like he's in a wheelchair. He's got his cowboy hat on,
but unannounced.
Full cowboy boot. Like he was like dressed up like full cowboy. I'm like. Anyways, Chris rolls down the window and just goes, "Yeehaw!" and just like screams it.
I didn't tell anyone.
Wait, at Hamo?
No. Like it's just like passing.
I think it was like near Kawana.
Bro, it was the fun. Like I reckon that guy would have like loved it because like he was in his cowboy fit, and it was just the funniest thing. Like Chris nailed it with his bloody yeehaw. Like it was unreal. We're dying.
That's mint.
Oh, it was just a classic. Like
unannounced moment, and it was perfect.
Oh, so good.
Yeah. Anyway, back to my security.
Back in the teen days.
Yeah, literally. Such goobers.
Yeah, so the security was still like chasing us, and we got to the other side of that. No, you're right. Funny. I can just imagine Chris like spitting his drink out with twirl in his shirt. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Anyway, yeah, security were chasing us, and we got out. We jumped the fence, and I don't know. This guy didn't want to jump the fence. He must have, I don't know, not stretched or something.
Not
limbered
stretched.
Up. Wasn't limbered up.
He wasn't following
He's like,
the.
I'm going to pull a hammy if I do
what's
that.
the Zombieland rule?
Rule 99, always limber up.
Yes, that's the one.
Rule 99.
That's so funny that you
always limber up.
That's the one movie quote I know.
As if you remember that straight off the top of your head. I don't
remember the rule number. I just remember that was a sick movie.
Yeah.
That's such a gangster movie.
But he got what's his face in it from
that old bald guy.
What's
his name?
What's his name? He's that like there's two of them off Now You See Me.
Yep.
Those two guys.
And the younger guy.
Yeah.
Yep. Ronnie, Rod.
Yeah.
Something.
Mate, did you see them? Like,
Harrelson.
He like
Harrelson.
roasted someone in like this chicken in an interview. It was so funny. The younger guy.
Oh, okay.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Continue.
I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
No, I think we got to have
full
like
burger.
I think we got to have like a month break to get some of the staff or like rotate. It's like
Can't keep going back.
Get rotated.
No, we're
The
starting
shark video.
We're starting what?
That shark that gets rotated.
It's like this like scuba diver comes up to this shark, and the scuba diver like grabs his like nose and flips the shark, and it's like get rotated.
Oh, Lord.
Surely you've seen that.
No.
Sure.
Oh,
What?
You have.
No.
You just can't remember.
Bro,
It.
I have now apparently.
that is
you
a
have.
classic.
Anyway, yeah. Yeah, we're just starting to know more. Like, you know, remember that chick that was serving us all the time with the brown hair at the bar? Okay, so we know her. We know her sister now. Her sister works at the IGA. And she was giving us like, discounts. She's like, oh, we'll give you, can we have like 1.5 kilos of prawns or something? And she's like, yeah, okay. Loads it up, puts it on the scale, 2 kilos. She's like, okay, charge you 1.5 kilos. And so she's giving us that. Old love, her sister's giving us cheap drinks at the bar, at the pub. And then you go up to Sporties, mate. You can get, me and Bryce, we're getting like double shot vodka lemonades because I don't have energy drinks for some reason.
Yeah.
For like $14. And it's all night, and it's so cheap, and it's unreal. But yeah, no, we're starting to know everyone. So it's,
mate,
everyone, we're walking around like doing other shit and all that, and everyone's like, oh, just like starts talking to you now.
But the thing is, like, it's kind of good because they go, oh, maybe this guy is like a charter. You know, he
well,
does
to be
drive
fair,
the
I am.
Yeah, but there you go.
I do drive the boats, and I am a skipper.
So there you go.
So I'm actually not lying.
So
yeah,
exactly.
Perfect.
Just telling the truth.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
With a bit of extension. Anyway. Oh my gosh. Back to, you know how I was saying, like, when we went to check in, we were walking over with the beers in hand and all that.
Yeah.
Second we got there, guess who drives past?
I know.
The chick that you got with.
Romeo and Juliet.
It's Georgia.
Drives straight past.
Georgia.
So she was like turning the corner in front of us. I'm looking at this chick going, oh, that chick's pretty hot. And then I was looking at her and she's looking at me and I'm like, holy shit, it's Jules. And I was like, Julesy. And she's like, oh, you guys are back. Pulls over. There's like just some random dude in the passenger seat with there because they got they're working. They got their uniforms on that. Yeah. She's like, oh, what are you guys doing back here? Mate, I swear, we saw her like 6 times just driving the buggy. I sent her a message. I was like, do you even work or you just drive that buggy around? And she's like, very, very funny. I do work.
Very, very funny.
But didn't get the chance to catch up because she was working. And the one day she did have off, we were out on the boat anyway. So, well.
Win some, you lose some, huh?
We'll be back.
Yeah, that's it.
We'll be back. We'll be back. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, where's the boat? You're like, still
I got my. I think the boss said we heading back up in February. Got some more boats to drive around. So
business to do.
Can I come? Please.
I'll see. I'll ask the boss man.
See how many employees he needs.
Yeah, he's like, God damn. He's like, he's getting more of Dylan's.
You got the techie on board.
Yeah.
You can sell a few
actually,
boats.
I got you a job.
You got me a job.
I got you a job.
Say less. Let's go.
So, no, because I was talking to someone about you and they're like, oh my gosh, give me his number. I need him to service my engines.
Yeah, right.
And I needed him to service my engine that. So I got you a job.
I'm expensive, but you know.
Yeah, I know. I told him. I said you're fully qualified.
Yeah, I am.
So I said, I think he's like $40-$50 an hour.
That's cheap. What do you mean?
Bro, he's just ripped you off.
We charge like $130 an hour.
God damn.
Yeah, what do you get paid though?
A lot.
Exactly. You don't get paid that. I know how much you get paid. That's why I said you're $40-$50 an hour.
I'll be like 80.
Just take a
few
few
hours.
I was
going to say, just take the money, bro.
I'm at 80.
Hey, that's already almost triple. So, just take
10x,
that.
baby, Grant Cardone.
It's all right. I got you. Anyway, I got you a job. So
Yeah,
I sorted
sweet.
you out. Sorted out the boys.
Yeah.
No one needed a car.
I'll
So
go
sorry,
sell
Jared.
No one needed a car. God damn it.
Everyone's got golf buggies.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
no
well,
one
You could sell some buggies on
I was going to say, maybe like
Volkswagen do buggies?
Volkswagen Golf. Maybe we make a Volkswagen Golf buggy. Golf
Yeah.
buggy. So perfect. Kept me there.
Yeah, sweet.
I'll be my own little dealership. Come see me.
He's the dealer for Volkswagen.
That's it. I'll be a Hamo selling golf carts. I'll put a little
you guys
VW emblem on
Das
there.
Alto.
Das Auto.
Mate, all those videos, it's always just like V-dubs that are collapsed and just breaking, and it's like Das Auto.
Yeah, it's like the guy who's like drives his bloody Golf or Jetta as really fast as he can, hits the brakes, the whole front of the car disassembles.
All the wheels fall off.
Das Auto. Mate, I still need to get that bloody engine light checked on my car. You're like, oh, I've been driving around with the engine light for like 2 weeks now. And people are like, you should probably get that checked. I'm like, nah, she'll go away.
That was me for months.
Turn the music up.
Yeah, it's like, I was like, that doesn't sound good.
Put a little sticker over it.
Just pop some
smiley face
AKs.
sticker.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, I don't know about that one. I reckon the rod might go out the bottom.
Have you not
Yeah, I know. Oh,
driven
mate,
hard since?
I always give it some. Give it the
okay.
berries, you know. A couple flames every now and then. You're like,
Oh,
yeah,
no.
mint.
Anyway, I wanted to give a little bit of an appreciation. Okay. Pardon me. Sorry, guys.
Cool.
Had a few drinks earlier. It's been a very long weekend. It's been a 3-day bender.
Yeah, that's
Still
a big
going.
one.
Well, I literally got back from the Sunny Coast Airport at today. So flew in from Hamo.
Hey, that's a standard weekend.
Yeah, it is a standard weekend. Pretty gangster. It
It
was
I
gangster.
come here, you're like, oh God, like, you want a drink, Jared? Fuck.
Yep.
Straight into it.
I needed
Yes.
one far out.
I know. Chris wants one then when he wakes up.
Anyway, I wanted to give a bit of appreciation to some of my mates and how you know you have a good mate. So obviously, there's so many different ways to know you have a good mate, but there's just two that like completely stand out for me. And it's like, if your mate is willing to stand there and get into willing to back you up in a fight, okay, that's how you know you got a good mate. Like, you don't want a mate that's gonna if it comes in the situation, they're either not gonna like. I don't care if they like are not a pro boxer, mate, but I just want them to be able to like. You know, you want a mate that's gonna
You're scary in numbers. You're
right?
scary in numbers.
Yeah, like I'm not asking you to knock this bloke out. You know, like, or we're not gonna get into a fight, but it's just if the situation were to occur, they'd be there. Okay,
Absolutely.
So it brings you back to like when we were at Hamo last time, and me and Bryce were at went to that massive staff party. Mate, it was crowded, and there's like obviously some sketchy people there and whatnot, and they're all foreigners and that, so you can say the wrong thing accidentally. Mm-hmm. And he's just sitting there going, mate, wait, I gotcha, like, and like I was there with that old love, and he's like, mate, I gotcha, like, you know, I'm here, like, obviously I'm here, like, if anything were to break out, and I'm just like, I didn't think anything of it like then, but then like I was just sitting there the other day, and I was like, boy, that's how you know you got a good mate, like when they're willing to like they got your back, always got your back, and they're always looking out for you, especially like in a situation like that when I've got my mind on something else, you know, and like something could just happen out of the blue, and I'm already thinking about something else. I'm talking to someone else, and he's there in his own frame of mind, just ready, you know, got your back. Another one, and so shout out Bryce, absolute legend. Like, you guys are legends as well, in your own way. But like, no, he's been there. We've been mates for so long.
Oh, and you know he can back you up too.
Oh yeah, I know he can. He's a pro boxer, so
Fuck.
yeah,
Yeah, righto.
yeah, literally, yeah, he's full pro boxer.
I'm real.
Yeah.
Well done, Bryce.
Yeah, cheers, Bryce.
I haven't met him yet.
Legend. Another one is Cooper, okay? My OG mate who I literally grew up with since I was a fetus. We grew up in Mackay, right? So this is just one instance. Like, he's a legend. He's done so much for me, and like, we're good mates. We back each other up and do all stuff like that. All right. This one time, and it's just a funny. I was thinking about all this the other day. I was like, thinking about heaps of shit that all my mates do for me because they're just weapons and that. They just look out for you, you know. Just in things that you don't ask for. It's cool when like someone does something, you just don't ask for it and you just notice it. And I was thinking, and there was this one instance, kind of funny. I was dating this chick for a while, probably like a year and a half or something.
Yeah.
All right. We got really close, and like she was hanging out with everyone, and everyone was all friends, and a cool chick, and like Cooper would hang out with her heaps and like that, and like, you know, once you get a new girlfriend or something, your mate gets a new girlfriend, you add them all on Instagram and all that.
Yeah.
So we broke up. He blocked her on everything. He blocked her on everything, all right?
City boy.
And like,
City boy.
it was like 2 or 3 months later, and there was a time when and she was hanging out, we were all hanging out, and he was there, and she went up to him, she's like, "Oh, why'd you block me on everything? Like, aren't we friends?" And he's like, "No, we're not friends. I was only friends with you because you were dating Dylan." And then as soon as you broke up, what do I have to do with you?
That is so true.
And I was like, mate, you're actually a legend. That is so true.
Facts.
That's how you know you got a good mate.
Yeah.
When they completely disown your ex. So, cheers, Cooper. Absolute
unreal.
legend. So funny.
No,
What are you laughing for?
Same deal.
Not about you. Just
No.
What?
Same deal.
Same deal.
What?
So
Us.
yeah, Chris is passed.
You did the same thing with
Yep.
Chris?
Pretty much.
So yeah,
Okay.
it was like she's like, "Oh, we should hang out." I was like, "Nah." I was like, "I can't."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
like
You done, we done.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so true.
Yeah. It's
But
just
yeah, no.
sending me
Mate,
all
quick
the
mate
memories.
appreciation, and like I appreciate you guys too, even though you
Yeah.
don't do that much for me. Nah, kidding.
Bullshit.
Kidding. Absolute legend. That's why we're doing this podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got a quick little deep question after we've just had some fun.
Yeah.
Have you ever had one that got away? Oh, maybe you don't answer this because you haven't, of course. Chris, have you ever had one that got away? Or one that could have been? One that could have been?
Yes.
Honestly. We have to be honest here.
Does the name start with S?
No.
No?
S. No. It's not an S, but like they got away in a sense, but there could still be a possibility there.
Still now? Oh, I know who
recently?
you're talking about.
Okay, yeah,
Are you talking about the one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a
okay.
recent one, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One that's...
Yes.
What, did she listen to this?
Maybe.
She won't listen to this long.
Maybe. We'll see.
Maybe you
Like
want
40
to
minutes
give
in.
her a bit of appreciation.
But yeah, there was definitely...
The one that was staying in that place.
And then
Yeah,
she flew
yeah.
away.
There was an
okay.
instant, basically, connection there.
Yep.
And yeah, I don't know. It just felt different. It just felt
Yeah.
very comfortable very quickly.
Yep.
And we're very similar in many aspects and just connected really well. And yeah. She's
Tell us
gone.
more. Tell us more. What happened?
like-
Tell us more. What happened?
Oh, well, basically, like, because of circumstances. If she watches this, it's going to be weird as.
Nah. She'll froth. She'll message her and she'll be like, oh, I saw what you said.
She probably won't watch it, which is
Yeah,
probably
exactly.
good.
So you're right.
But, like, yeah, there's definitely potential there in the future. Like, I definitely felt chemistry
You still talk?
every now and
She
then.
will watch it
Yeah.
because this will
Yeah.
be a reel.
Yeah, maybe.
Chris is the guy that makes the reels.
Yeah, I'm the real man.
You're the real G.
Do I want this? Like, yeah, in some aspects, like, I did want that, but at the same time, it might not be right for other circumstances, like what I want in life and stuff like that.
Yep.
And if I miss out on that, that's on me. But there's definitely potential there for later on.
You never know. Like,
yeah,
the thing is, like, you've like started where you are,
Yeah.
and then like, you know, like if she comes back or does something, you like see it, and then you go, oh, like you think about it, you go, oh, like maybe like let's give it a crack. Like,
Yeah.
Also, sorry to interrupt, but like it goes back to that old saying: right person, wrong time.
Yeah,
That's it,
exactly right.
Yeah.
And that's probably the one person since the last person that I was with that I actually felt something a bit different.
Yeah.
But it was so quick that everything was kind of like weird and
Yeah, like,
left
whoa.
in this weird sense that like what's going to happen kind of thing.
Yeah.
And in that sense as well, like it makes it intriguing
Mm.
because like
Yep.
what's going to happen?
Hey, you,
the next
mate.
couple of
The
months,
thing is, like, you
because-
never force anything.
Yeah.
Don't force anything.
No.
Let it play out, because, mate, you never know.
And at the same time, I'm not looking for anything.
That's
So,
it.
Yeah.
But if the right thing comes up for either or of you, you know,
Yeah.
say if something comes up for you, you know, you're going to take the opportunity if you think it's, you know, something's there.
Yeah.
You would, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah. And I've thought a lot about this because I thought about this question and it just like, it was one of those late night sleep thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were talking about like, was that last episode? 2 episodes ago.
Yeah, something like that. But like,
Um,
sorry, I'll just quickly go back to
You're
Chris. But like, that's the same thing. Like, if the opportunity arose, would you give it a crack?
So that's still a grey area
But like,
in my mind
yeah,
as well.
yeah, but-
Because
but how many times did you hang out though? Like it may not have been enough to hang out to not to like change how you thought about her, but like to answer,
be,
to take this from a
open-minded?
grey, take this from a grey to a green.
Open-minded about it.
in like a relationship,
Yeah,
I would.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
If I was open to
That's
that.
crazy for Chris to say. Honestly, I'll tell you
I was
right now,
gonna
that's
say,
crazy for Chris to say.
My man.
Hey, that's only in that circumstance.
Yeah,
though,
yeah.
If I was open
Yeah.
to that.
Yeah.
But I'm in a bit of a weird point in my life where I'm
Mate, you've
kinda
but the thing
holding
is,
that back
because
behind
you've
me
come
because
out
I want
of
things.
you've come out of something like
Yeah.
massively, and like you also want to.
How long have you
wanna-
been single for? A year.
it's probably a bit
Probably
more
a little bit
than
longer,
that now.
yeah. But like the thing is that like what I understand what Chris says. You know, been out of a long relationship,
Yeah.
but then he wants to do his own thing now and focus on like obviously his.
My future.
That's it.
basically. I want
Yeah,
to set
okay.
myself up.
And like you know,
Got big
you're
goals
like
and-
you can be like, oh wow, and you know, if you have a partner, like you just hope that they'll like understand and do the same thing. Like you know, you go, I've got to do stuff for myself.
Yeah.
So as long as you're happy for me to do that,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
if
well,
you
I'm
don't,
coming
then,
up on 2 years.
Yeah.
But like, do
So
you
you
have?
gotta be
Do,
close.
but do you have?
Now, actually,
But do you
probably,
have
yeah.
anyone that you go, oh, like she slipped out of my hands?
Yeah. So what about you?
Mate,
You're up.
I tell you what, I am a absolute terrible person for right girl, wrong time. I've had a few.
Yep.
What are you doing, mate?
I don't know what it is, but I just seem to latch on to women that it's just the right chick and like such a cool chick. I gel with them almost like instantly and we
Yeah.
just have like the same vibe, but it's just wrong time, or the situation doesn't work out. So there was this one chick that I was like seeing for a few months, all right? Like we know her? Didn't have a, nah.
Okay.
It didn't have a label. No.
No?
No.
Okay.
It didn't have a, it didn't have a label or anything. But like we were cool. She was so cool. And like we went to university together, right? And we were hanging out for ages. Like we were going like on full adventures and that, which like I love, and that's heaps of fun. She had cool energy and that, and mucking around and all that.
I know who you're talking about, but we haven't met her.
Nah. Yeah. Such a cool chick, but she had just gotten out of like a 3 or 4 year relationship.
Yeah, big one.
So she wasn't ready for something else. So
understandable.
And I was kind of ready for something.
Yeah.
But and then it just like, it didn't, because I was kind of ready for something. It was just, she wasn't. So it was like, this can't keep going, because otherwise I'm going to keep catching feelings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it had to end. And then, there was another one, and then this Jules chick. So she's still talking we chat every now and then, but she was just, mate, after one night, the first night I met her, like she was just matching my energy, you know, and she had just such fun energy. And
first night fever.
Chick. But wrong place, wrong time. Like she, buddy lives at Hamo, and then when she's done in April or something, she's moving back to Melbourne. So, not gonna happen.
Yeah,
but no, that sucks. But
one flight away.
That's it.
Yeah, look, if the opportunity for a relationship comes up and it is the right chick, I mean, I may, but like also, mate, like the time, I just don't have much time now. And I love hanging out with like you and that.
Yeah.
And like nothing on you, Joe, but like I just know you struggle with your time, and mate, unless it's the perfect chick and I get into if I'm in this situation, it may be completely different. I may change my mind, but yeah.
Oh, bro, I know I struggle with time. Like I got so much to fucking do.
Yeah.
And it sucks.
Yeah. It may be different for me.
But like that was like my New Year's resolution is to try and make more time for like everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because like it's one of those things that, you know, I want to do things with you boys. I want to do things to myself. I want to do things with a girlfriend. I want to do things with, you know, like other mates or whatever. Like if it's just sitting down and talking shit on Discord or like whatever, like that's fun, like for me.
Yeah.
And from my point of view as well, from like why I'm kind of holding back a little bit, like my parents have even asked me like, oh, when are you getting a girlfriend? And I'm like, it just wouldn't feel right, like getting a girlfriend when I don't have time for them and I can't give them the time that I want.
Yeah.
When I'm focusing on everything else and I don't have a lot of time to give.
Yeah.
And it just wouldn't feel right just having a girlfriend because.
Yeah. And I feel bad in that way too, because I don't have 100% of my time here, but I also don't have 100% of my time to myself or 100% time to my girlfriend. And I always feel bad because like I got to leave here earlier or I got to do something the next day or whatever.
It's also because you got horses as well, which is
I have to go do
lots
that.
of animals.
But the thing is like, and I was like, well, you know, like I work Saturdays like pretty much every week.
Yeah.
So like I got one day to do something.
Yeah,
and cram it in.
But I mean, I don't know. Things may change for me this year. Being in Brisbane, I may have some more time, but it's also going to be lonely in that apartment.
It's all right. We'll be down.
Yeah.
Anyway, to finish with my quick fun story, I'll tell you.
I
kind of told you earlier, but I'm going to tell the audience.
Hit it.
About my almost successful line. All right. So we're at the Staffies, and I was talking to this chick. All right, and she was a cool chick. She was pretty. PP,
right. Pushing P.
Anyway, she was pretty. And I was talking to her, and then a friend comes over, and this shorter, younger chick, all right, and she comes over, and she says to like this chick, and she's like, oh, have you told him yet? And I'm sitting there going, what? And then she's like, oh, yeah, I'm a lesbian. and then I looked her straight in the eyes, quick as, and I was like, I'm a lesbian too.
As Drake said.
Hit her with the Drake line. And
she
was kind of confused, and her friend looked at me, and I was like Drake. And she's like, that
is a midline to finish on, guys.
Almost worked, but didn't.
Always next time.
Anyway, guys,
leave you to the next one.
Hope you enjoyed this episode. Bit of banter, bit of everything going
on.
Everything.
It was good.
We'll catch you next week for some more
22.
More stories.
Always more stories.
Always more stories where that comes from.
Hope your Australia Day was good as well, and we'll catch you next.
Catch you next time.
See you guys.